CEO Trump cards ad a year ago how he was withdrawing the U.S. of the Paris Environment Treaty may include been the top and lowest item. How could include happened to the transactions, at the identical period. This largest essential chunk of nice news story, and it wasn't a foregone finding, is how some countries include remaining in and dual downward on their general definition not to go off, not to let the U.S. revoke the treaty, told ex-U.S. Environment Messenger Todd Harsh, talk at a meet organized by the Planet Asset Institution in Washington the 1 week. The galvanizing impact of the CEO's exemption of the agreement can be seen obviously within and external the U.S. They spot out how in 2017 non-federal environment activity and supported invest in pure power intended how U.S. emissions of CO2 bring down to their minimum standard in 25 year. In the year with the CEO tell, the U.S. has added 9 gigawatts of revolving power, quite to force more than rather than 2 millionth homes. More than charcoal force was retired in the at first monthly of 2018 rather than in the 2-year among 2009 and 2011. The is not fair the actions of a fistful of human beings, U.S. state presenting 35% of the people, are anticipated to put a cost on carbon sequestration dioxide emissions by the end of the year. If developments on renewable energy go on as favorably as in the history, and new commitments by U.S. state, cities and business community are executed, the U.S. could yet encounter its Paris obligation, told Professor Nicholas Hroney, of the New Climate Institution. External the U.S., the effect of the CEO's intentions on Paris has as well counterfeit a powerful, favorable answer. The UK, Ireland, Norway, Germany, India and China and a army of some nations include as well devoted to phase out gasoline and diesel engine cars at different dates among 2024 and 2040. Trump card can declare which he will, but the fact on the land, in the US and about the planet, is how efforts to gear environment changing go on independently and relentless, told Paula Cavalier of WRI. But these favorable signals are not the complete history. Down there is considerable concern in the UN environment trial how manufactured the Paris transactions, how the US withdrawal of troops is possessing a corrosion impact on efforts to go striker. In the lack of the US you include the event of a equitable quantity of countries hard to drag behind a slight of several of the things how were coordinated to in Paris, Todd Harsh told. Lot countries had stretched themselves for the spot of convenience, knowledge how Paris was a large time, and how the US was walk hand in hand in China, he told. If we don't organize the public diplomacy in a way how down there is once Europe countries, along, in geographical regulation to China, we are loser completely the play, told Lawrence Tubiana, the ex-France briefcase who play a key part in the Paris talks. Or the US isn't game a really useful play in shaping the world framework. As portion of the US departure, CEO Trump card has once stopped the fee of the additional $2 billion how had been pledged. Poorer countries particularly are steaming on the inevitable deficit, and are as well extremely annoyed by which they see as several complacency amongst the superior off nations, whom they sense aren't departure far quite or quick quite to cut carbon sequestration. Time the US go has on balance sheet seen more than positives rather than negatives in the at first 12 months with the ad, the waterfront are clearly gusty. The ripples of Trump card's departure are just start to be thick felt. The lowest is yet front.